What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. It's been a while since I've made one of these. It's actually been like 2 weeks since I've made a YouTube video. I've just been really working hard on my program and all the different things. But I'm back now. I'm back in Florida actually. I was in Indiana for a while, if you guys remember. Trey and I had a house out there. But I'm back in Florida now. It got cold there. So I'm living in Florida again. And so this video is going to be interesting, and we're going to talk about 3 different forms of currency and how this plays into Smma and your overall journey to starting your online business. So before we get into it, if you guys are new here, my name's Elliot Drake. I run a social media marketing agency called House of Influence. And what we do and what I do is I help people, for one, start online marketing businesses or just basically online consulting businesses. I teach people how to do market research and how to take their passions and what they love to do and turn it into a service or some type of offer that they can bring to the marketplace and sell it to live a happier, more fulfilled life, get away from the 9 to 5, do whatever you want to do if you want to be an online business, right? And then I have a marketing agency where we service businesses, helping them drive revenue through Facebook and things like that, right? And so this channel is all about helping people in that journey, right? This is me giving back, showing you guys this. So let's jump right into the video. And so there's 3 different concepts so that basically go in, and they're 3 forms of currency, and I'm going to relate them to social media marketing. And number 1 is money. And basically, so there's 3 forms of currency, obviously. So there's money, which is an obvious currency. That's what we use to pay for things. That's how we get different stuff. That's how the world goes around. It's how the economy works. Everybody needs money, and the more money you have, kind of the more impact you're able to make, the more things that you're able to do, right? So if I have a large amount of money, if you're smart, you can take that money and that currency and donate to different charities and things like that. You can use it to invest back into your business and those things. And then the last 2 kind of play into it, because when you're starting your online business, obviously the goal is to make money, right? So you need that form of currency. But the second one is an audience. And so this goes into more of personal branding and how can an audience impact your money and help you in social media marketing, right? And a personal brand is probably, in today's age, one of the biggest and most important things that you can utilize, right? My brand is not that big at the moment, right? I have 14,000 on Instagram. If you're not following me, the link will be in the description. Go check me out. I post a lot of stories and things there. But then I only, at this time and date, only have 200 YouTube subscribers. But this still has led to inbound leads and has resulted in me making money. And how is that? And it's because, like, building a personal brand just brings people into your funnel and they get to know who you are. If you have no online presence, right, then like it's just way harder, especially in today's age. Everybody should be building a personal brand, because by building an audience, it's going to impact your social media marketing career, because you're going to publish free value online like I'm doing now from the different things that right? You're distributing and giving value out for free. And so people that see that are going to start following you, and they're getting so much value from you that they feel like emotionally attached. And so if I come out with an offer or something that I know is going to help and change people's lives, but I have to charge for it because it's valuing my time and that's how I make a living, well, then your audience and the people who are attached that you've given so much value to, you've indoctrinated into your brand, those people are going to end up buying, right? That's why you see all these people with the massive brands. Like a perfect example is Gary Vaynerchuk, right? Gary Vaynerchuk is like, hoorah, like he's this like hype man motivation, but his brand is so big that has helped grow VaynerMedia to, I think it's over a $200 million company now. And his personal brand has done that. And his personal brand has also allowed him to go and speak on stages and get paid, $100,000 for just one keynote. It's allowed him on YouTube. He gets revenue from YouTube, right? He does his daily V where he gets followed around with the camera and that different stuff. And so he gets paid from YouTube from ad revenue, which I'm guessing will pay for, like, his ad revenue pays for his videographer to do all that, right? So he's making revenue there, and he's doing brand deals like with K-Swiss. It's all because he built that audience. If he would have never built that audience and those people that knew who he would just be Gary, head of a marketing agency, in New York. You see what I'm saying? And the same scenario is like, if I would have never started YouTube and invested in my brand, I wouldn't have had near the success in my social media marketing business, because people have watched my content. Like, we have a lot of influencers that we work with. Well, if they wouldn't have saw me online and they knew that I know what I'm talking about, right? I think I worded that wrong, but I wouldn't have been able to land them as clients. Because another thing that having an audience does whenever you're trying to connect with people, it gives you authority and leverage. Because let me give you a scenario. Say I have a blue check mark on Instagram and I have 1 million followers. I can go and DM other people with that big of a brand that could really help me in my business, or somebody that I would like to land as a client, and they're going to open my DM, right? They're going to see my comments because my brand is so big. Does that make sense? Like, there is so much value in an audience. And just look at all these young kids. Like, one thing that really stands out is like a lot of these e-commerce people. Like, I know actual people who like don't have brands and they are killing it in e-commerce. And those are the people that have built their actual product and then gone to e-commerce and like that. Like the Shopify drop shipping scenario, I've never been a big fan of. For one, I just don't feel like it shows you how to run an actual business like social media marketing does. And I know people make money with it, so I'm not bashing it, but for me, that's just not a business model that I like. But let me ask you this question. The people that are doing that, right, that are teaching that, where are they making most of their money? It's their courses, because they built an audience around a niche, right? They went and they mastered. It's not to say they don't know about social media, e-commerce and drop shipping, right? They probably did the work and they have made money doing it. And so they went out and gained the knowledge. They started teaching it free publicly, and then they built a program which is like an all-in-one package that you pay for, and that's where they're making most of their money, right? Don't quote. There are people that do make a good amount of money from e-commerce, but the majority of them, they make most of their money from programs and courses, because it's a redistributing of knowledge. And so for you, if you start building, if you figure out what your niche and like figure out a skill that gives people value to the marketplace, then you can package something up as long as it's a valuable product that gets people results, and then you can sell that when you have an audience. But if you don't have an audience, you can run paid ads and things like that, but it's just way easier if you already have an established audience, right? So that's point number 2, right? Building an audience is value. That's a form of currency, because you're able to monetize that in so many different ways, and it's a way for you to make a big impact, right? And then number 3, which is relationships. And so relationships are just the name of the game, right? Like the relationships are a form of currency, because relationships open the doors to so many different things, right? The relationships that I have with mentors and the different people in my life are what have helped me to get here. To get to like where I'm at right now, I still have so much farther to go, like where I want to go with helping change the educational system and, growing my marketing agency and building my audience, right? But if I were to have never built relationships with my mentors that speak into me to help me whenever I'm running into an issue in my business, right? Like just the other day, I had to call one of my mentors because I was like, hey, I'm having an issue with my team. How do I build better culture? You know, things of that nature. Without him, he immediately was able to be like, hey, this is what you need to do. This is how you handle the situation. You should probably let that person go and try to hire somebody else. And so I did that, and it ended up being the best decision possible, right? Because relationships are so key. And another thing why relationships are a form of currency is because, for one, there's affiliate deals. So say that you have a relationship with somebody who is say a videographer, right? They run a videographer, like a video editing agency, right? And that's the same thing. Like I teach that. Like if you love video editing, you should start an agency around that. You don't have to do marketing either. But for me, we just run ads to help drive the revenue. We don't do the creative of it. So I have relationships with people that do the video editing. And so since I've built that trust in that relationship, if I get a deal that comes in where I'm running the ads, they want to run the ads, but they need creatives for me to be able to do it, well, I can just white label them and take a portion of the cut, right, and make money off that end, and plus be able to do my service delivery and make money. So it actually increases the amount of money I'm going to make because I have the relationships to be able to put people in the right places, right? Same thing is like, this is another scenario. You watching this, say that you reach out and you add value and you build a relationship with me, like you could become affiliate for House of Influence, to where if you go and sell the job, come to me, I give you a percentage of the job you bring to me. Or same thing for the Land Clients Accelerator, right? Once this thing really gets launched, we have the test group right now of everybody who came in while it was being built and formed, and they're all getting results. And so say you built that relationship and you wanted to become an affiliate of that and make money that way, you built that relationship. And that just goes with everything in life. Relationships, just like, I'll wrap this up here, but relationships are everything. You need to build solid and quality relationships because it's gonna affect your money. It's gonna affect your overall life and the amount of things you're able to do, right? So you guys should focus on those. So there's money. And really, money is kind of the head one because audience and relationships really affect money. And all three of those go into social media marketing, right? Running an agency or being a consultant or whatever, they all kind of go together, right? That's why in like what I teach is kind of a mixture of all of it, because everyone has different passions. Everybody has different skill sets, right? And so if you're not doing what you're passionate about, it's just not going to work, because entrepreneurship and running a business, it's not easy, right? It's just not easy. But people want to get rich quick and they want it to be easy, but it's really not. But if you're willing to put in the work, it gets easier later on. It's just mainly the start and the foundation is the hardest part. But anyways, I like to go on these tangents. If you're new to this channel, I go on tangents like this quite a bit, but people seem to like them. But anyways, so you need to focus on your audience, develop a skill, and then start building an audience, start publishing free value online, because it's just going to help you tremendously in the long term. And then number 3, you really need to focus on building relationships. When building relationships, lead with value with people. Don't just try to take. You need to be giving. And one way to do that is by adding free value online, which is going to help you build other relationships, right? All of these go together, right? So money, audience, relationships, they all go together. So you need to be thinking about that whenever you're trying to start your online business and so on, right? So those are the 3 currencies, 3 types of currencies that I wanted to talk about, and they're going to be really important in 2019. Audience and personal branding, you really need to be focusing on that, and relationships. And then all those are going to really affect your money. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I'm back uploading regularly, so make sure that if you're new here, hit subscribe and turn on those notifications. This channel's for you. So down in the description, in the comment section, if you have any video requests, let me know, no matter what your situation is, right? Wherever you're at trying to start an online business, I'm here to help you, whether it's building a personal brand, whether it's running a marketing agency, maybe you want to become a consultant to help people do whatever, right? Happy to help, and I'll make those videos for you. So Thank you guys again, like I said, for watching. It's been Elliot Drake. I'll see you guys in the next one.
Stories, I'm a fool for your love.